What's up guys, this is Sonny back with another video, and today real quick I want to show you guys part 2 gaming benchmark for AMD Ryzen 3 3200G. Now this time I managed to overclock this CPU core clock and also Vega 8 graphics clock speed. Now I managed to overclock the CPU to 4 GHz. I tried to overclock to 4.1 GHz. It was running okay, but it wasn't all that stable, so I was like, you know what, it's okay, I'll just set the core clock to 4 GHz, and I managed to overclock the Vega 8 graphics core to 1800 MHz. I did run 3D Mark V Strike, you guys will see the result here, but I couldn't run gaming benchmark. It wasn't all the stables, it was like shuttering and stuff. So I set up for 1700 MHz. Now mind you, stock graphics core clock is around 1250. So from 1250 I managed to overclock to 1700 MHz running stable. I had to set the voltage to 1.3 volt. I didn't go more than 1.3 volt. But guys, all I gotta tell you guys, this CPU right here for $100, best bang for your money. Now if you guys did watch my last video when I compare Ryzen 3 3200G to my Ryzen 3 2200G, Ryzen 3 2200G was overclocked the graphics core to like 1500 MHz. That's the reason you guys seen like 5 FPS difference. Now stock to stock, this CPU right here, Ryzen 3 3200G, this thing is a beast. So I managed to run 4 resolution, guys. So I ran my benchmark with 4K, 1440p, and then 1080p and 720p. So I hope you guys like this video. I spent like 12 hours. I woke up early morning, I started running all this benchmark, and right now it's like 12 a.m. guys. So you guys gotta give me a break, you know what I'm saying? Give this video a like, make sure you subscribe, and also I want to show you guys how I overclock my Ryzen 3 3200G. So real quick, let's just jump into the overclock setting, show you guys real quick my BIOS setting, and after that we'll just jump into gaming benchmark. Alright guys, so some of you guys asked me to show you guys my BIOS setting. So as you guys know, the motherboard I'm using for this benchmark, I'm using a Asus ROG Strix B450-F motherboard. I updated the BIOS to the latest version 2406, you guys can see. And before you start, like after you build your computer, before you start gaming or anything, you don't have to overclock if you don't want, but the setting I'll show you right now, like these are must. So we're in Asus BIOS right now. Now if you go to AI tweaker, and you guys can see first showing like AI overclock tuner. Now you guys can see my one set to manual. Now you can also set to DOCP standard. Basically that's the AMD version of XMP. Okay. Now what DOCP standard what really does, automatically, let's put this way, if you buy a memory 3000 MHz, right? Normally if you don't set the DOCP or XMP, basically just by default I think stays on 2133 MHz. So what you need to do, right after you install all your hard drives and stuff, you need to jump into your BIOS and set your memory to the right memory speed, you know, what you basically paid for. Now the memory I have here, this memory is 3000 MHz memory, but if I set this memory to like DOCP, then I really don't get to hit 3200. Now sometime if you have a memory with like lower megahertz, let's say you buy a memory 2666 megahertz and you want to overclock to 3000, sometime DOCP standard setting wouldn't let you do that. So basically what you can do is you can just go to manual, and then you can set your memory to your memory frequency to whatever you want to overclock to. All right, and then you can go down to DRM voltage. Now I have my DRM voltage set to 1.36 because with 1.36 I can hit 3200 MHz. So that's that. Now, if you, like I say, if you already have a memory with higher megahertz, let's say you bought something 3600 megahertz, then you just enable the XMP. You don't have to do nothing else. Now let's just go to advanced. Now, if you are running an APU like Ryzen 3 3200G or Ryzen 3400G, the first thing what you need to do, go to advanced and then go to NV configuration. Okay, now you see here IGFX multi-monitor. You need to enable that, okay, in order for your built-in Vega 8 graphics to work, or Vega 11. Okay, then you need to click on primary video device and set this to IGFX video. Now you can see UMA frame buffer size. Now you need to set the size to at least 2 gig. Okay, now after you've done this, now your graphics is enabled and you can play game. Okay, you have 2 gigs of memory and DDR4. And now let's just go back, and now let's put it this way: you want to overclock your APU. Now there's 2 ways you can overclock. You can go to AI tweaker and you can overclock here. For some reason, I tried with this B450 motherboard. I can't overclock my CPU from AI tweaker. It just doesn't work. Now I tried a couple of the time, didn't work. So if you just go to advanced and you go down to AMD overclocking, that's like a separate setting. You guys can see there is a warning also, and then you accept this, and then you guys can see manual overclocking. So if you go to manual overclocking, you can actually overclock your CPU from here, and it's really simple. I believe this setting is specially for APU, not for regular Ryzen CPU. What you can do here, you see CPU frequency here. So I set to CPU frequency 4000. So that's mean 4 gigahertz. Now if we look at the CPU voltage, so CPU voltage here you see 1360. So the reason you don't see 1.36 or anything like that, because that's millivolt. Okay, so millivolt basically 1000 millivolt is 1 volt. Okay, so I have here 1.36 volt. Okay, that's 1360 millivolt. So simple as that, guys. You don't have to do anything else here. You can go back. So our APU core clock is overclocked already, 4 gigahertz. And then if you want to overclock your APU graphics, then you can go to manual iGPU overclocking. So you can see here again 1700 megahertz. Now the stocks graphics core clock for Ryzen 3200G is around 1250. I managed to overclock this Ryzen 3 3200G graphics cores to 1800 megahertz, but I couldn't, it wasn't stable, so I set up for 1700 megahertz. Again, you guys can see here GFX voltage, so that's millivolt. Okay, so that's 1300 millivolt. All right, so that's that simple as that. You can just go back. Okay, you can just go to save changes and reset, and that should be it. Alright guys, before we jump into gaming benchmark, let me just give you guys quick system spec. So I know some of you guys will ask me which case I'm using. So the case I'm using in this build, Fantech P300 case. This case is a really nice compact case. You can pick up this case from Amazon for around $60. They have a black version, also a gray version. I opted for the white version. Also, this case does come with tempered glass. Now some of you guys will ask me which cooler I'm using. So the cooler I have in this build, Deepcool Captain 240EX, white version. That's not the RGB version, the regular one. I believe this cooler goes for around $89 or something like $109. I'm not exactly sure. The motherboard I have in this build, Asus Strix B450-F gaming motherboard. I managed to update the motherboard BIOS to the latest version so I can test Ryzen 3000 series 7nm CPU also. The RAM I have G-Scale rib jaws. I managed to overclock these RAMs to 3200. The CPU I have in this build, AMD Ryzen 3 3200G. The SSD I have in this build, SanDisk 480 gig SSD, and the power supply I'm running Be Quiet gold rated 600 watt power supply. Alright, so let's not waste any more time and let's just jump into gaming benchmark. Alright guys, so as you guys can see the benchmark, this CPU, AP, whatever you guys want to call, this thing is on fire. Best bang for your money, guys. For $100, you're getting a quad-core APU, you're getting Vega 8 graphics, you can overclock this thing and you can achieve some good performance, guys. And you guys might be thinking, why did I add 4K gaming benchmark? I just wanted you guys to see, how this thing performs. So you guys don't ask me, why didn't you test in this resolution, that resolution? So that's why I did 4K, 1440p, 1080p, and 720p. Alright guys, if you like my video style and if you guys want to see more, please don't forget to subscribe and like. See you guys next one.